Now, what does it truly mean to belong? For me, that question has never been abstract. It has defined my life and the lives of millions of care-experienced children worldwide. I am Emmanuel Nabil. At the age of 8, I watched my father killed during the brutal civil war in Sierra Leone. I was separated from my mother and my siblings. In the chaos, I ended up living on the street for nearly a year, lonely, afraid, hungry. Later on, I was connected with my uncle, who was struggling very hard to provide for me and other relatives. I come from a family that was very poor, financially and materially, but very rich in love. My family wanted me to have access to opportunities they never had, like education. So at that time, my uncle wanted me to go to school, but he could not provide. But the only option he had, the orphanage could. So at the age of 9, I ended up in an orphanage where I spent 10 years of the rest of my teenage years and childhood. The orphanage gave me food, clothing, shelter. I longed to belong. Even though my physical needs were met, I felt a deep ache, the loss of a family. I missed my community, I missed my family, and I missed my mother. No matter how good an institution is, can never replace the love, identity, and belonging of a family. This is why family care matters. The Global Charter emphasizes that every child deserves to grow up in a safe and loving family. Institutions may provide shelter, they may provide a place to live, but they can never replace the warmth, the guidance, and stability that family life offers. As an African proverb says, a home is not where we live. A home is where we belong. For every child, that home should be family, safe, loving, nurturing. I know this from lived experience. Children without family care often face challenges, emotional, social, developmental challenges that last for a lifetime. The reality is this: millions of children today are still in institutions. Over 80% have parents and relatives who could care for them if they have the support. Children with disabilities are particularly vulnerable. It is not death. It is not the absence of caregivers. It is poverty that remains the number one reason for family separation and pushing children onto the streets and into institutions around the world, especially in many developing countries like where I come from, Sierra Leone. Years later, I returned to that same orphanage that I grew up in, but this time not as a child, but as its director. Wow. I did not want to see children, their families coming, trying to connect with them. They have to people pigeonholes to see them. I did not want to continue seeing them because of poverty. So together with our partners helping children worldwide, we took a closer look, and what we found was heartbreaking. Children were not starving for food or shelter. Children were starving for family connection, for that genuine love, for identity, for belonging. We discovered that 98% of all the children who had ever lived in our orphanage, all had at least one living parent, and all of them had relatives who could have been caring for them if only they were supported. This changed everything. We transformed the orphanage to family care. Children were reunified, families were strengthened, and the name of the orphanage was changed from Rescue Center to Reintegration to reflect the vision of family reunification, strengthening families to stay together so that they can meet their own needs as much as possible. We do not have an orphan crisis. What we have is a family preservation crisis. The solution to orphanhood is not building more orphanages. It's to strengthen families so that they can meet their own needs as much as possible. The truth is undeniable. Children thrive best when they are safe, supported, and surrounded by love at home. This is why the Global Charter on Children's Care Reform matters to us as care experience advocates and to groups like the Care Leaders Council, of which I'm a former member. A group that brings together care experience leaders from around the world to champion the rights of children, to influence policy, and to ensure that care reform efforts like this are indeed informed by lived experiences. So the Global Charter is not just a document, it is a call to action, and I urge governments, donors, civil society to join in to answer this call. Let us answer the call to invest in families so children are never separated because of poverty, to end harmful practices like orphanage tourism, to provide inclusive support for children with disabilities, to equip care experienced individuals to thrive as adults. It is a call to help children enjoy true success in harmony with their families, a call to help families thrive in dignity rather than being stuck, separated, and dependent. So as a care experienced person, I can tell you, together we can ensure that no child ever has to ask the question, where do I truly belong? The answer should always be the same: at home, in the heart of your family. Thank you.